I've got something incredibly exciting to share with you today. I've been sitting on this topic for a good few months, and I think if I don't share it with you right now, I just might explode. So, I want to start this off by saying I'm a super massive fan of Twilight. I definitely feel like I'm known for my unabashed love of Twilight in my circles. I'm constantly making references to it, and the soundtrack is on a permanent loop in my head. I've got a baby Twilight shrine in my new bookshelf, which looks kind of small now, but that's only because I carelessly donated all of my previous books, pretending that they're not priceless, prized possessions. But it's okay, we're rebuilding slowly and we're on the up and up now. I recorded me singing Turning Page when I had too much free time. If I had only felt the warmth within your touch. And I've been hosting yearly Twilight movie marathons in my Discord community for at least 3 years now on the anniversary of Bella and Edward's wedding anniversary. So you could say it's a pretty big deal in my life. Actually, is there a notable event on today that we can say that this video is the anniversary of? Oh my god, I just noticed myself. My partner has been doing this thing recently where he's just like, as if like you're showing your mum a meme on your phone, just, and it's the best thing. And I just reminded myself of it. In any case, it doesn't look like there's any notable holidays in the Twilight universe. However, the next most eventful thing, I believe, Edward proposing. So let's just say that this is in celebration of that. Why not? Anyway, all this to say, I've made a discovery regarding Twilight that I want to bring to your attention because I think it is wild and wibbly, and I think that we all need to be around it at this stage. I watch a lot of videos about old or odd theme parks. I'm a really big fan of Defunctland, and a video came across my desk about a Twilight theme park. And I was like, surely this is some kind of joke or someone has misinterpreted something, because otherwise, why haven't I packed my bags now and visited this location? You might be wondering why in the world something like this exists, but maybe a better question is, what in the world could they have at this park? We already have an attraction in Oregon, the Swan Residence, which for a small sum of money you can hire out for a few nights. Although at this stage I believe booking has paused, which I actually am just looking at this now. You can also get a commemorative pin for staying. That's piqued my interest. So unfortunately, because they're not taking bookings at the moment, I will have to maybe put this in the potentials list for honeymoon location spots, but we'll get there when we get there. Aside from that, hold on tight, Spider Monkey. We're off to China, to Lionsgate Entertainment World. Lionsgate arguably has one of the best TikToks of a major corporation.
Everything about me invites you in. My even my as if I would need any of that. Say it.
And you might maybe more notably know them from series like Hunger Games and Divergent. And also that really weird Pinocchio trailer that was circling the internet.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
So the Twilight theme park is inside of Lionsgate Entertainment World, which only opened in 2019. That consists of an indoor mall, which has levels for each of the Lionsgate franchises. The whole idea behind Lionsgate Entertainment World was to have a sort of theme park experience at a much more budget-friendly price range, kind of more directed at couples or kind of young adults who might have maybe a little less money to play around with and don't exactly have a family to have the push to go to somewhere like Disneyland or something like that. And it's probably the best use of the IPs that they have, given that a lot of the IPs that they currently possess are young adult. So making a theme park that is targeted at young adults kind of is a no-brainer, especially when those IPs aren't really doing anything new to justify the cost of having them. Although I am eyeballing the new Hunger Games show, I see what's going on there So the Twilight theme park is based around Forks. It is in a constant nighttime to keep with the series' gloomy setting. There are some notable theme park kind of staples that are missing from this experience, like food and dining. What I'd give for a restaurant themed around the lodge where I can shake my little sauce bottle wildly. It's largely tailored around photo opportunities rather than a fully immersive experience. From what I've been able to find, it looks like they have a photo op for Bella's truck, the Welcome to Forks sign, and also the gazebo from the prom night. If you've ever wanted to have prom photos under the gazebo while Iron and Wine is playing, Twilight Park has you covered. Outside of the photo ops, there are a few attractions that you are able to enjoy. Enjoy might be a strong word for what we have on offer here. I mentioned before that I have the Twilight soundtrack on loop in the back of my head. Well, the Twilight theme park has expanded on the Twilight universe and included a glee club which performs hit songs from the soundtrack as you enjoy the park experience. It's a quartet of singers that sing each of the songs. Like I said, I recorded myself singing Turning Page, so I think I might have some credentials if they ever need, to make it a quintet. I am available to fly to China at a moment's notice. The whole idea seems incredibly cringe to me, but I also think that that is the perfect kind of thing for a Twilight park where the whole franchise is cringe. So it just kind of makes more sense to have another cringe element in the franchise. Now you might be wondering what kind of rides you might be seeing at an indoor theme park, and rides are kind of the staple attraction of a theme park experience, right? Well, like I said, the idea of the park is largely for photo ops, but you know what doesn't take up too much space and can have a emulated ride experience? VR. The park has two VR heavy rides called Bella's Journey and Midnight Ride. Bella's Journey is a mixed media dark ride. Now, if you don't know what that term is normally, Defunctland actually brought out two really interesting videos recently, the Garfield dark ride and the Wiggles dark ride. So I'm going to link those videos down below. So if you'd like to check them out and see more of what that is, those videos are a great resource. I'm also going to pop it up in the cards. So definitely have a look at those videos. They're really good. This dark ride consists of a chase sequence where you are the eyes of Bella going through this chase against the Volturi. And you see a few familiar characters like Edward and Alice and things like that. The other ride, which I think is far more interesting, is the Midnight Ride bike ride, where you are all saddled onto motorbikes. It's this sort of video game attraction where each cyclist actually controls the ride themselves. You're not really on rails and you're trying to navigate your way through Forks. And I just think that that's pretty cool. It seems to be leaning more heavily on the second book or movie where Bella has a fascination with motorbikes when Edward leaves her. There's no way to really show you exactly what the ride is, so I can't really say from what I've seen whether or not it looks cool or not, because you kind of have to be experiencing it to enjoy. But yeah, I just thought the concept was really cool. The other thing about it is they blow wind in your face and there's the scent of pine trees everywhere, so it's really immersive. Sounds incredible. I'm in Forks, essentially. The ride actually won a THEA award, which is the Themed Entertainment Association Award, which is kind of like the Academy Awards for theme park rides, which I think is pretty neat. But yeah, much like Bella's Journey, I don't want to go too much into the whole experience of what's in each ride, just in case you're lucky enough to buy tickets to China and go see it for yourself. But yeah, so there we have it. The golden hot potato that I had been holding on to for quite some time. We finally made a video on it. I'd love to know what you all think about a Twilight theme park, and I'd love to know what you would add to a Twilight theme park to make it just the perfect little experience. I do think that the Twilight series ultimately being a love story does kind of make it difficult for itself to actually create a kind of theme park atmosphere. Like, for example, Harry Potter has a really good thing going where the kind of draw to that story is the world that it's set in rather than the characters and what they're doing. So it's interesting how they've been able to still kind of make an experience for a theme park goer outside of the whole falling in love element of the story. And I'm just excited that this thing even exists because it's so silly. Anyway, I hope that you're all doing exceedingly well. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Where? God. Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. No, I said that with such delay. Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. We're off to... I can't say it with any seriousness.